Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and I am in no stretch of the imagination famous or rich. In fact, I am actually quite a broke-ass YouTuber. And I've done a broke-ass YouTuber tag a while ago, so if you haven't seen that, click right here. And I kind of want to go back and watch it myself and see how cringe it is. But anyway, this video is not me complaining about how broke I am or anything. This is another one of those venting videos. I've done a few of these in the past. One talking about why I do YouTube, and another one talking about who I really am when I'm not in front of the camera. And I was thinking, since I am kinda poor, what would it be like if I was YouTube famous? So before I get into like what it would be like if I was famous, I should probably give you guys a rough idea on what my life is like. And I'm not saying this to try and make you guys feel bad for me or anything. I don't want to do that because that's just fucking selfish and stupid. But I do want to give you guys a small idea on what it's like. My parents abuse me and we barely have enough money to eat. Oh no, that's fucking awful. But anyway, realistically, this is not a very good place to live. Like, area-wise, this is fantastic. I love it. Plenty of nature, because I love nature. I can stare at the stars without nothing getting in the way of my vision. I'm in the center of everything, so if I want to go shopping, I either go that way or that way, and there's something there. And nothing's too far. But the place I live in itself, it's not great. And I know that sounds like a first world problem that kids bitch about all the time, but for those who actually know me in real life and you've actually been here, you know this place fucking sucks. There's some things that are first world problems, and then there's genuine problems. This place has a few genuine problems. Roof leaking? Well, that kind of sucks. That's kind of a first world problem. But there's some things that's happening in this place that is just awful. It's not what one should deal with. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't want to spew what's wrong with my house over the internet. That's just fucking awful. But my point is, this place sucks. Sometimes I just want to get out of here. But I don't make enough to live on my own. And that's technically my fault. I have 2 jobs, so I do pay my own bills, so I'm not a complete piece of shit. But I don't get enough hours to really support myself. Suppose I got a job at like Best Buy or something, I still probably wouldn't make enough to live on my own, but I would be able to support myself a lot better, have a lot more in savings, and not be bitching as much as I do. But the reason why I didn't apply for Best Buy or anything, because honestly, the 2 jobs I have right now, they were just given to me. And I'm kind of scared of the whole interview process and other stuff like that. Like, but a lot of people talk about what the future is going to be like living on my own or other stuff like that, and it gets me scared. And I know a lot of people blame anxiety, especially a lot of young people blame anxiety for a lot of things. But sometimes you just gotta stop being a pussy and just fucking do it. But still, anyway, I make enough to pay bills, and I do try to save money. But every once in a while, I like to splurge on myself a little bit. But you're probably seeing all this and you're probably like, wow, you waste your money on so much shit. But I don't spend too much money on this shit anymore. If you watch my past room tours, you would see all of this took a lot of time. And besides, the people who probably say that probably do some stupid spending too. I don't want to hear it. So anyway, now you have a small idea on what it's like. Oh yeah, also my room is fucking tiny. You see my room tours and you see how packed it is. But for those who actually visited me in real life and actually like hung out with me, you see how small my room really is. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's actually talk about what my life could be like if I did YouTube full time. Now I feel like there's 2 different types of tiers. Okay, let's have one tier be like I have like a couple 100,000 subscribers where I make enough to live on my own, but not enough to like be super famous, like living in a mansion or some shit. Enough to live in an apartment and other stuff like that, and still have some money to put away for my future. Then there is the rice gum / PewDiePie tiers, where you can live in a mansion and you pay people to edit your videos, and you have so much money that you can just quit YouTube one day and be set for the rest of your life. So I'm gonna go into each of those topics. So first, let's just tackle a few 100,000 subscribers. If I had a few 100,000 subscribers, the setup that I have now, like my whole recording setup, would be a little bit different. But with that being said, I love this setup. Sure, my room is fucking tiny, but the stuff that I have to work with, I am sitting in a DX Racer. Not sponsored, by the way. I bought this. Sure, it drained my savings, but I'm sitting in a DX Racer. And the camera that I'm using, I'm no longer using a Blue Yeti and a webcam. I am using a fucking DSLR. This is my 2nd DSLR. Then I'm using a dedicated $200 mic. I technically got it for like $60, so I scored a deal on that. But my point is, I have a setup that I didn't expect myself to have at this level. I expected to have this kind of recording setup probably like 10 to 50,000 subscribers maybe. But I'm only at 7,000 subs and I have this. Like, I love this. I really do. I'm grateful for a lot of small things, honestly. The only thing I really want to improve on is my lighting. And the lighting in this video is a little bit different because I'm experimenting with what I got. But my lighting used to be even worse, but it has gone much better throughout the years. Like, I'm using a lamp and a light that I have hanging from the ceiling. Not a ceiling light, but a light that I have on a hook on the ceiling. I'm technically supposed to have a light on my ceiling, but it doesn't work anymore. It'd be nice to fix that, but oh well, I'll live. That I would consider a first world problem. Having no electric in my room, that's almost a legit problem. But I have my electricity running from an extension cord from my parents' room and 3 power strips or 4 power strips under my desk. Now that shit's fucking scary. But anyway, my recording setup isn't terrible. I like it. But if I did make enough to live on my own, like if I had a few 100,000 subscribers, I would honestly try to get myself a 2-bedroom apartment, try to live on my own most likely, have one room dedicated to my game room / YouTube room, whatever, and then have a room just dedicated to where I sleep and where I get dressed. Because I sleep in this room. I sleep in all this madness. But I no longer have a dresser in here because I got rid of it so I can put up 2 more shelves and some little thing down here. But I still have a dresser. I do. So don't worry, it's fine. It's just not in this room anymore. So it would be nice to actually also have a different recording angle. So like, I know there's some YouTubers like RTG85 or Beat 'em Ups or even Pro Jared, where they're like sitting in the corner of their room and you see like 2 different types of shelving and you see a lot of merchandise. Now this backdrop back here isn't terrible. In fact, I kind of wish I had a better poster for back there because I do like Zelda, but it's not worth like having as my main backdrop. I don't know, I'll figure something out. My point is, I would like to have a better backdrop, but there's nothing I can really do about it. And my streaming setup would probably be a little bit better. I would honestly like to have a legit desktop. The reason why I have a laptop, which... There you go. Okay, so I have a gaming laptop, and don't get me wrong, that thing is pretty great. But if I had a desktop, it would be more powerful, it would be able to render videos faster, it would be able to handle streams a little bit better. I would just overall have better performance. But the reason why I have a laptop is because sometimes the electric just shuts off. And sure, I can get one of those desktops that has like a legit battery and stuff like that, so I would be fine. But I'd rather have a laptop sometimes so I can take it around places. But having a desktop again would be nice. But alas, I don't have one. And I'll live. And I'll also try to go to conventions and stuff like that to try to do meetups. And it'd be awesome to be at the point where I could actually go to certain conventions and be at a panel so my viewers can ask me questions and actually try to legit hang out with me. Because I do want to meet you guys, I really do. But I haven't left the state since middle school. Not that I'm afraid to leave my state, I can't afford to go on vacation. I want to go to New York, I want to meet CND. And also, yeah, I would try to do more collabs with other YouTubers. But can't do it. But I have done some collabs with some smaller YouTubers. Now, but like after saying that, I feel like I'm like putting myself on a higher throne. But I am not. Like I am not a big YouTuber at all. But there's some YouTubers that even though they're smaller, I fucking love their stuff. Like I love Sixen, I love Pokemon Trainer Kayla. And I want to do more collabs with more people. But if I have more subscribers, then other YouTubers are going to see, like, oh, this guy has actually quite the following, and probably get a little bit of built-in respect, and I would be able to do more collabs with people. But as of right now, I guess I'm happy. Well, I am happy with where I'm at on YouTube. Like, sure, I'm not, like, doing it full time, but I have a decent amount of subscribers. I have a decent amount of people watching my streams when I play games. And sure, I don't get a lot of views on my videos, but I have enough to like still make me happy. I get comments and stuff. I still have fun with this. This is a hobby. But anyway, I would love to live in a 2-bedroom apartment. I would love to travel and possibly do vlogs and possibly hire an editor for the vlogs. In fact, possibly hire Sixen to be my editor, because when she edits her videos, I'm not gonna lie, they are fucking fantastic. They are much better than anything that I could ever do. Shout out to you, Sixen. So pretty much, if I was hitting a couple 100,000 subscribers, I'd be living what I like to call a normal adult life, but just have YouTube be my job. I'd be streaming a lot more often. I would try to do videos more often, but the reason why I don't come out with too many videos nowadays is because I'm kind of low on ideas. I'm low on fumes. So that's why I try to stream as much as I can too. But what if I was at the point where I was at like 1 million subscribers? Would I live in a mansion? Actually, no. I don't need a mansion. Imagine trying to clean up a mansion. That fucking suck. And I don't want to hire a maid or a housekeeper. you know what? I think having a housekeeper would be pretty awesome. Not to have her be my slave, but like the way I see it is like having Berta from like 2.5 Men. Just having a cool lady or a cool person to just hang out with all day. You just pay her to clean up your house. Now, I'm not a slob, so she won't have to clean up too much. It's just sweeping, dusting, other stuff like that. But suppose I was at 1 million subscribers, what would my living situation be then? Essentially, it'd be mostly the same, like, except I would just be living in a different place. Like, if I had 1 million subscribers, I think I would actually try to just tear down this place and build a new house right here. Because I love where I live. I just don't really like the place that I live in. Or better yet, just buy my neighbor's house and just fix it up. Because my neighbor has a good house. There's an apartment on the side so I can have my friends still live there. And I would just live in the legit house, get the in-ground pool up and going again, make sure the basement doesn't flood anymore, get all the bats out of the attic, get the upstairs bathroom working again. I would love to live in that house. I really would. But more importantly, if I had that much money and I was able to do that, I would also still have my mom still live with me. Because I'm a mama's boy, I'm not gonna lie. And my mom works a lot, and she bends over backwards to make ends meet, and it sucks. And she's almost 50. And I just want her to live better, you know? Like, she shouldn't be working as hard as she does, like, and she pays almost all the bills. I pay for my own bills, but she shouldn't be doing everything by herself. And it really sucks. And I would love to just take care of her and stuff like that, and still have her live with me. In fact, have my mom be my housekeeper. Because my mom is my best friend, really. I know that's kind of pathetic to say, but my mom is fucking cool. Even my friends love my mom. But yeah, I would do a lot more traveling. If I would hit 1 million subscribers, I would probably put half the money into savings all the time. And suppose I just want to stop doing YouTube, because I'm not going to do YouTube forever. Can you imagine me really being like 50 years old still doing YouTube? Absolutely not. But YouTube doesn't have a retirement plan for people. And I'm not sure what it's like to do YouTube full time, but I really don't know how many YouTubers really take that into consideration. But I wouldn't get too cocky. At least I don't think I would. Like, for those who have known me before I lost all the weight, before I changed my looks, you would know that I actually was a different person then. Not only was I nerdy and stuff like that, but like after I lost the weight, after I got better looking and I got more confidence, that confidence honestly turned into a bit of cockiness. Like, suppose like 3 years ago, I couldn't get laid or anything. I couldn't get any girls. Now, some girls would honestly consider me a fuckboy. I don't want to be a fuckboy, but I don't know. When you get that kind of attention, especially when you didn't have it, it makes me wonder like what my life's gonna be like since I don't have all that money, and what I would do when I do have that money. Even though I do buy a bunch of stupid shit, I'm not dumb with my money. I always put money aside for my bills. I'm never late on my bills. In fact, I've had a credit card for like a little over a year now. I have yet to see what an interest payment looks like. And I've maxed that thing out quite a few times, but I pay it off instantly. I try to put money into savings, but unfortunately a lot of times either something happens to my car and I don't have enough money on me, or something big happens that I need a lot of money, and unfortunately I don't have enough money, so I end up just tapping into my savings. So I don't have a lot of money in savings, but I know how to put money away, whether it be for my bills or for my savings, or just try to have enough money. Like here, what I like to do is I like to have money in my savings. I like to also sit on at least $100 in my checking just in case anything happens. Suppose I have $120 in my checking. I look at it as having only $20, because there have been plenty of times where something huge happens and I don't have enough in my savings, but I do have a good chunk of it in my savings, and I tap into 100 of it into my checking and then just a few dollars into my wallet, and I'm able to cover it. Sure, I'm gonna be as broke as a joke, but I like to pretend that money doesn't exist anyway, so in case something big does happen like that, I'm fine. I just gotta build it back up again. And that's happened to me way too many times, so I know what it's like. So I know that I can't be stupid with my money. I gotta prepare for these situations a lot. So suppose if I did have that much money, I would still kind of be the same way. I'd still put a lot of money into savings. Like, it's just that I would just have a lot more money to work with. A lot of money to put into savings. A lot of money just to sit on. And then a lot of money to play with. But I'd have so much money to play with, I'd be able to travel. I would be able to go to conventions. I'd be able to just fly to a YouTuber's place and do a collab or two. But honestly, my dream is to make enough money on YouTube and do it full time and just fucking take care of my mom. Because honestly, she babied me a lot throughout the years. And it'd be nice to just finally just turn that around, you know? But realistically, I'm not going to be able to do YouTube full time. It'd be nice to have a place like Full House. Almost. It'd be nice to have me and my future wife most likely, and then have my mom live with us, and we could just all be a big happy family. And then eventually have kids, maybe. And that's what my life would possibly be like if I was famous. But let me know in the comments, if you were famous, what would you do with your money? I would also like to do a lot more giveaways and stuff too. Because I've done a few giveaways in the past, but it's only because I was like helped out when I was doing those giveaways. But it'd be nice to do giveaways a lot more often and stuff like that too. Pretty much if I was fortunate, I would share it. Not only with my family, but also with my viewers sometimes. That's the dream. But it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Or probably not even happen at all. But a man can dream, right? And that's it for this video. So if you knew you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the comments, there's all my social media and stuff. So if you want to follow me on that, by all means. If you want to talk to me personally, my DMs are open in Twitter. Just hit me up. And thank you guys so much. I love you guys to death. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one.